Have you ever felt like you're following a script written by someone else? Maybe you feel a deep, nagging sense that there's more to life than the daily grind. Or perhaps you keep making the same mistake in relationships, seeing patterns repeat themselves throughout history, culture, and your own personal journey. Well, what if I told you there was a brilliant, slightly mysterious cartographer of the soul who drew the map to understanding not just your own mind, but the entire human story? This isn't just about feeling better. This is about becoming whole, about truly understanding the forces, the hidden psychological rivers that guide every single choice you make. Get ready, because we are diving deep into the fascinating, life-changing world of Carl Gustav Jung. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a heavyweight in the world of psychology, someone whose name you might know primarily because he was friends with Freud until they weren't. Carl Jung, however, was so much more than a sidekick. He wasn't just observing neuroses. He was mapping the spiritual landscape of humanity. If you're here because you're tired of surface-level self-help and want to understand the deep, structural operating system of your psyche, Jung is your man. His ideas about the unconscious, dreams, and the quest for meaning are essential tools for anyone trying to navigate the messy, beautiful reality of modern life. We're going to break down his biggest concepts into bite-sized, digestible pieces that you can immediately apply to finding clarity and purpose right now. The story of Jung really kicks off when he and Sigmund Freud had their infamous split. Imagine the biggest intellectual breakup in history. Freud was obsessed with the basement of the psyche, sex, repression, childhood trauma, a very personal dark space. Jung, on the other hand, felt psychology needed to look higher, toward the collective wisdom and potential residing in the attic of the mind. Jung realized that our minds don't start blank. We inherit a massive psychic legacy. This is where he introduced the radical idea that changed everything: the collective unconscious. It's not just your personal baggage. It's the ancestral wisdom of humankind, flowing through all of us, influencing our fears, desires, and dreams, even if we've never met the people who lived those initial experiences. So what exactly is this collective unconscious? Think of it like the internet for the human soul. Every experience, every great truth, every fundamental human concept ever conceived is archived there, ready to be accessed, though often only unconsciously. We don't learn how to be a mother or a hero from scratch. Those concepts are already installed deep within our inherited psychological hardware. This explains why people across completely different cultures who never interacted share strikingly similar myths, symbols, and religious figures. It's evidence that we are all fundamentally connected at the deepest psychological level. This shared repository of meaning isn't just cool trivia. It's proof that you are part of something unimaginably vast and profound, and that your personal journey is intrinsically linked to the great human drama. And within this vast shared library, we find the archetypes. These are the organizing principles, the powerful blueprints or instinctual patterns that structure the collective unconscious itself. If the collective unconscious is the library, the archetypes are the major genres: the hero, the shadow, the great mother, the wise old man, the trickster. These aren't fixed roles. They are dynamic energies that pop up in your dreams, in your favorite movies, and crucially, in your relationships. For example, why are so many blockbuster films built on the hero's journey? Because that pattern resonates deeply within our inherited psyche. Understanding which archetypes are currently dominating your life, maybe you're deep in the martyr archetype or desperately seeking the lover, is the first step toward regaining control and shaping your own narrative, rather than being passively driven by these ancient psychological currents. Now, let's talk about the mask we all wear, the persona. The word persona actually comes from the Latin word for the mask worn by actors in classical theater. This is the face you show the world, the friendly neighbor, the diligent employee, the perfect parent. It's necessary for social functioning. You can't just spill all your deepest, darkest thoughts in the grocery store line. But Jung warned us about the danger of identifying too closely with this mask. If you become your persona, if you truly believe that the role you play is the totality of who you are, you lose access to your authentic self and your inner vitality. Many people who hit midlife crises realize they've spent decades perfectly playing a role they never actually wanted, leading to burnout, depression, and a crushing sense of emptiness. Taking off the mask is terrifying, but it's the only way to meet your true self. And when that mask comes off, guess who steps out of the shadows? The shadow. This is arguably Jung's most famous and most emotionally resonant concept. The shadow isn't necessarily evil. It's everything you have rejected about yourself, all the potential, both positive and negative, that didn't fit the persona you decided to wear. Maybe you suppressed your anger, your creativity, or your deep desire for power. These elements don't vanish. They simply get relegated to the psychological underworld, where they start influencing you from the dark, often leading to outbursts, irrational fears, or, worst of all, projection, when you absolutely despise a specific trait in another person. Jung would suggest that trait is likely a part of your own unacknowledged shadow. Integrating the shadow, bringing those rejected parts into the light, is the most difficult but rewarding work of psychological maturity. Jung also provided profound insights into our relationships through the concepts of the anima and animus. The anima is the unconscious feminine side in men, and the animus is the unconscious masculine side in women. Whether you are male, female, or non-binary, you possess both energies internally. When these internal figures are undeveloped or ignored, we often project them onto our partners. We look for the perfect man or perfect woman to complete us, when in reality, we are just desperately seeking the balance we haven't found within ourselves. That intense, immediate attraction you feel toward someone often isn't love for them. It's the recognition of your own missing psychological pieces being carried by another person. Jung teaches us that true love isn't about finding someone to complete you, but about integrating your own inner masculine and feminine so you can relate from a place of wholeness. All of these concepts, the archetypes, the persona, the shadow, they all lead to the central goal of Jungian psychology, individuation. This is the lifelong, agonizing, and incredibly meaningful process of becoming a unified, whole, and unique individual. It's not about becoming perfect or saintly. It's about becoming complete. It means reconciling the conscious ego with the vast wisdom of the unconscious, integrating your shadow, and stepping beyond the expectations of society, the persona. Individuation is the journey from simply existing to living authentically, guided by your deepest self rather than by external demands or inherited neuroses. It's truly the ultimate self-improvement project, aimed not at momentary happiness, but at long-term, profound meaning. So why does this century-old Swiss psychiatrist still matter so much today? Because we are currently drowning in a sea of superficiality and anxiety, desperately searching for meaning. Jung gives us the tools to dive beneath the surface. His fingerprints are everywhere, in modern therapy that focuses on dream interpretation and symbol work, in the storytelling techniques used by Hollywood, and even in simplified personality tests that trace their lineage back to his psychological types. When you feel lost, when you question your purpose, when you wonder why the world feels so chaotic, Jung's map, the collective unconscious, the archetypes, the shadow offers not just answers, but a path forward. He teaches us that the greatest adventure we will ever undertake is the journey inward, ensuring that our lives are lived not just effectively, but soulfully. Well, my friends, I truly hope this deep dive into Carl Jung has given you some amazing insights into your own psyche and the bigger world around us. His work is complex, but the wisdom is absolutely essential for navigating modern life and achieving true wholeness. Which of Jung's concepts resonates most deeply with you right Now is it confronting your shadow, defining your persona, or starting the journey of individuation? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this discussion helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more explorations into psychology and meaning, and definitely share this video with anyone you know who is searching for that missing piece in their life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.